What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to do another squirrel catch, clean, cook over an open fire, but to make it a little more challenging, I'm going to use the weakest caliber that you could buy at almost any gun store, and that is 22 CB shorts. This right here is a standard 22 long rifle cartridge. It is a 40 grain bullet and it travels at about 1200 feet per second. And this is the 22 CB or conical ball short. And it weighs in at about 29 grains, traveling around 710 feet per second. So it's about half the speed, half the power, and half the weight of 22 long rifle. But is it deadly? Before I actually go squirrel hunting with the 22 CB shorts, I'm going to do a few tests between these two cartridges and compare them. Now you can't just go stuffing these things in your semi-automatic 22 because they will not cycle. Only certain guns will actually cycle these 22 shorts, like this Henry Model H001, and this is going to be the gun we're going to use for testing and hunting today. The first test I'm going to do today is the noise comparison test. So I'm going to load one 22 long rifle and one 22 CB short into this rifle, fire them one right after the other, and we'll see what the difference in the sound is. So I'm going to go ahead and open the tube, open that thing up. Stick one 22 long rifle bullet in there, one 22 long rifle, right after that 22 CB short, close the tube. I'm going to shoot right into the dirt over here so you don't hear the noise of the bullet hitting anything, you just hear the sound of the gun going off. So 22 long rifle first, 22 short. 22 short is a lot quieter actually. So for my next test, I'm going to do the power comparison. So I got two 1 gallon water jugs right here. I'm going to shoot them with their designated caliber. Left one is 22 long rifle, and the right is 22 CB shorts, and then we'll see what the damage is. Go ahead and load up one 22 long rifle. And if I can get it out of here, one 22 CB short. Okay. We'll start with the 22 long rifle on the left. Old casing got jammed in there. 22 short casing. There it goes. Alright. 22 long rifle. Busted it open pretty good on the back side, looks like. Now for the 22 short. This is a lot less dramatic. It's draining out. I wonder if we caught that bullet. Let's go check it out. So let's check out the results. 22 long rifle, we got an entrance hole right here, right in the front, and it blew the back side of that out quite a bit. It did less damage than I thought it would, but it was just a round nose standard velocity 22 long rifle. But anyways, that is the damage from the 22. Small entrance hole, big exit hole. And for the 22 short, it actually surprised me. We have a small entrance hole right here, and it actually exited that 1 gallon water jug. It's got a small split in it. Nothing compared to the 22 long rifle, but I'm still surprised that that went through that 1 gallon water jug. So if it'll go through a 1 gallon water jug, it'd already go through a squirrel. My next and final test is going to be the accuracy comparison test between 22 long rifle and 22 CB short. So I'm going to step back here at about 15-20 yards maybe, about the same distance we're going to be squirrel hunting at. I'm going to take 5 shots on each target, and then we'll check the group. The first group I'm going to shoot is the 22 long rifle. I'm going to take 5 shots on the left target down there, and then we'll switch to the 22 CB shorts. Okay. Dead center. Here comes the damn dog. Pretty good. Get him, Puddin'. You dummy. She thinks I'm shooting at squirrels. You got one more. Nope. Okay, that looks pretty good. We'll switch to the 22 CB shorts now. Puddin'. Just a side note before I start shooting the 22 short group, this thing holds like 14 22 long rifle rounds, and these are about half the size of regular 22 rounds, so this should hold like 27, 28 of these shorts, so that's pretty good. I've got 5 22 shorts loaded up. Let's put 5 rounds on that target down there, and I'm going to apologize in advance if the dog starts barking again. She's kind of annoying. Puddin', get out of there. You're in the way. Okay, first 22 short. I'm not shooting squirrels, you goober. You're so quiet. Hush. I don't even know where that one went. I might hit the same hole. Pretty close. I think that's 3. Three. That's 4. 5. Last one. Okay. Now that we shot both groups out of both calibers, let's go check out the groups. So here are the 2 groups. The group with the 22 long rifle is slightly better. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those 3 are in the same hole. The 22 CB short, it's not a bad group actually, and I think those 2 holes right there are actually 3 holes, because I shot that second or third round and couldn't figure out where it went. I think it hit the same hole. So it's a pretty good little group. They both shoot about the same at this distance. I'm sure if you stretched it out to 40, 50 yards, you'd get a lot bigger group with these. But anyways, that is pretty good. That's good enough to kill a squirrel with, in my opinion. Now that I shot these 2 groups, I noticed that the 22 long rifle group is a little low, which is what this gun was sighted in for. It was not sighted in for the 22 CB shorts, so I figured that would be off anyways. It's just a little bit low. It's not as bad off as I thought it would be. So now I need to go back and resight this gun for 22 shorts to bring this group up into here. Let's adjust the point of aim on this rifle to match the impact spot of the 22 CB shorts. I'm going to take these scope rings off so I don't lose them. I'm going to put them in my pocket. And it looks like it is a little low and a little right. So I'm going to go ahead and give her, say, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 clicks up. And let's go 1, 2 to the left. Alright, now that we got that changed a little bit, let's fire a round or 2 and see where it lands. Not the same spot, actually. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot another one. Make sure that wasn't me. Yep, same spot. Dang dog. I'm gonna go ahead and go up. A few more. And left. A few more. Knock it around, make sure that gets good and set down in there. Alright, see where this one lands. Same spot. It's odd. Same spot. That is pretty odd. Guess I'm gonna have to give it a lot of cranks. I'm gonna use the lid for one of the lids on it. Yeah, it's up. Up, 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 up. Left, left, left. Okay. I think I got another round or 2 in there, at least one. See where that goes. It went left, but we're still low. Go back up some more. That was it. We're going to have to reload. I got reloaded. Take another shot. I think that was bullseye right there. I think that was a little low, but I think I pulled that one. Not getting a very steady rest right here. Should have used a bag or something. Still hitting low now. It may just be this ammo, I don't know. Gun might not like it. I know I pulled that one. But it was about where I want it. Dead center. That was perfect right there. I think we got it figured out now. Oh yeah. That was it. I think we got it sighted in. Let's go look at the group. After doing a little more shooting, we got it figured out. I was hitting down in here for a little bit. I had to crank it way up. I need to put my scope caps back on. But anyways, got it pulled up into right in the middle. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 shots right there in the center of the bullseye. And that is a lot smaller than the head of a squirrel, so we are to be doing pretty good. Now that I got all the testing done, I need to do a few other things around the house that I've been putting off. Besides that, unless I just happen to see a squirrel out here in the yard or something somewhere, I will see you tomorrow, bright and early in the morning. We're going to go squirrel hunting. If we get one, we're going to make a fire and we're going to cook him up. Morning, you guys. It is the next day. Good morning, you guys. It is the next day. I could not find that squirrel last night. I looked all over the place. Even the dogs couldn't find it. I don't know where it went. It must have went up in a brush pile or something. But anyways, we're out here at about 8 o'clock in the morning. Got my coffee. 22. I'm going to go sit over here in the yard for a while and see if we can shoot another squirrel. Good Lord, finally got him. I'm gonna take a few shots at that bottom target and see where this gun's hitting. I still haven't went and got the squirrel yet. I'm pretty sure I nailed him, so. It's hitting right where I'm aiming. Let's throw another one down there. I don't know why I was missing him. It's hitting right where I'm aiming. I haven't left, so I'm still sitting in the same spot. I don't know why I kept missing him. Well, I had to shoot him again, and he still ran off after I shot him again. I shot him twice in the head. He's up in there, and the dog's trying to get him out of that brush pile, so maybe she can get him. I don't know, we'll find out. I think she got him. Get him, Puddin'. Did you get that squirrel? Bring it here. Bring it here. Good girl. Bring it here. Dang vines. Hey, Puddin', bring it here. Bring me that squirrel. Good girl, you got her. Hey, give me that squirrel. That's mine. All right. We got it. Looks like I got it in the shoulder and the head a couple of times. It looks pretty rough. We'll eat him anyway. I got a squirrel, but it took me 2 shots to kill it. One in the body that did not exit, one in the head that went all the way through, and it still somehow ran up in a brush pile, and the dog was able to get it, and she roughed it up pretty good, so that's why I'm not going to show it again. But anyways, after all of that, do I recommend using these 22 shorts for squirrel hunting and small game hunting? No. Unless you got like a chipmunk or a starling problem or something like that, something that's really small. And it does say pest control on these things, so I guess it would work for something like that. But if you're going to go squirrel hunting or something like that, just use regular old 22 shells. They're cheaper and more powerful anyway, so might as well just use them. I just thought I would try these and see if they would work or not, and they work, but not very well. Since I got that squirrel, I'm going to go ahead and go get him cleaned up and all that, and I will be right back with you, and we're going to make a fire and start cooking. There's 2 squirrels chasing each other up and down this tree over here. But anyways, right after I got done skinning that squirrel earlier, it started to rain, and it rained for several hours. Everything's pretty wet out here. Still managed to get a fire going, so we're still going to do some cooking. Got the fire going good, so I'm going to go ahead and put this skillet right here on this little rack that I made at work and get that skillet heating up so we can do some cooking. And the dish I'm going to be making today is biscuits and squirrel gravy. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how to make biscuits over a fire, so I made them in the house while it was raining earlier. So we're gonna skip that part, and we're gonna go to the gravy making process. And this is getting pretty warm, so the first step in making biscuits and squirrel gravy is to start with the meat. So, we got a bag of squirrel meat right here. I'm gonna go ahead and dump this in here and get it cooking. Once I get it cooked, I believe I'm going to have to take this out of the skillet. Ooh, warm. When I get it cooked, I'm going to have to take it out of the skillet, and then I'm going to have to boil a few cups of water and mix in some flour and all that stuff like that and make our gravy. So, I'm going to get this cooked, and then we'll go to the next step in the process. I forgot to add the squirrel meat. I chopped it up in little tiny small pieces, kind of like about the size of sausage you would have in gravy. So I've actually never tried this before, so it's going to be new for me too. We'll find out if it's good or not. The chopped up squirrel meat is done. Actually, it might be a little too done, but I'm going to go ahead and get it out. Yeah, I think I burned it, but it's still eatable. All right, I got it out, put it in this little bowl. I'm gonna set it off to the side. And I'm gonna go with the next step, which is adding water to that, which I should probably pour out the grease first, so I'm gonna do that. The next thing I need to do is boil 1.5 cups of water. So I'm gonna put, I think this is only a half a cup. So there's, it didn't take long to boil. There's a half a cup. There's another one. That's a whole cup. And there's another half, so that's 1.5. I think that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little more because I think most of it turned into mist as soon as I put it in there. Okay. Well, that's, well, I guess it's already heated up, but anyway, real fast, I'm gonna do the next step, which is to mix our gravy mix into a bowl. Dump that in there. That in there, and it says to mix, say half a cup of water in there. And do another half a cup. That worked out pretty good. Put that in there. Mix this. Said to mix it pretty well. Blend biscuit gravy mix with a half cup of cool water and mix with a whisk or until it's lumpy. Okay. Might take a second or two. Bear with me here. And it says after I get this all mixed up until it's lumpy, when it's lumpy, then to pour it into that. Then I'm going to stir it up. Add our squirrel meat to it. Burnt squirrel meat, but it's still squirrel meat. We're still gonna eat it. I'm not the best cook. Come on, get lumpy. It's getting there. This might take a minute. I've been mixing for a few minutes now, probably like 10 minutes, and it's not lumpy yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it good. So I guess the next step is to pour this stuff into the boiling water. Okay. Once I got that stuff in there, pretty sure I'm supposed to stir it until it turns into gravy. And then we'll add the squirrel meat to it and it should be done. Gravy's getting good and thick now, so I think it's about time to add the squirrel meat. Burnt squirrel meat. Alright, got the burnt squirrel meat in there. It's not too burnt, it's just a little overdone, I'd call it. Mix it in pretty well. It actually looks pretty good. It smells good too. Well, it smells like gravy in a fire, but it still smells good. Anything cooked over a fire is better. Especially in a cast iron skillet. Can't beat an old cast iron skillet. I'm going to stir this around for a few more minutes, and then I think it'll be time to take her off. Now that it's done, let's go ahead and make a plate. I've already got my biscuits broke up that I made earlier. Get some of this squirrel gravy. Throw on top of it. There's a piece of squirrel, gotta throw that in there. Let's find some more squirrel. Gotta get some good bites of meat. Yeah, it looks good. The gravy actually turned out better than I thought. Better than I thought I could do anyways. It looks just like regular biscuits and gravy. Okay. Pan of biscuits and gravy. I don't know if you can see that very well on camera. And to top it off, we're going to top it off with some muscadine jelly. And if you don't know what muscadines are, they're pretty much little grapes that grow down here in the south, and they're really sweet. They're kind of tart, but they're really good. And muscadine jelly is the bomb. Drop some of that on top of it. and it's a very sweet jelly. So the sweet and the savory goes together very well. I use this on regular biscuits and gravy all the time. Okay, now let's go try it. I got my biscuits and squirrel gravy with muscadine jelly on top. Let's give it a try. It looks really good. I probably should have broke up my biscuits a little smaller, but me. Get a bite of biscuit, some gravy, and let's see, where's a piece of squirrel? There's a piece right there. Biscuits, gravy, and squirrel. Rain dropped on me. It's actually really, really good. It's better than I thought, honestly. They got a good savory flavor. And the muscadine jelly on top with a little bit of sweet to it. Really good. And the squirrel meat, it is a little overdone. But it's really not bad. Usually squirrel's pretty tough. And doing it this way, cooking it in small pieces like that, I think it made it less tough. It's more tender. Honestly, if you handed me this and said, here, eat this, and I ate it, I couldn't tell you it had squirrel in it. If somebody said, guess what kind of meat's in that, I'd be like, oh, dude, I don't know. I'd eat it. Honestly, 8 or 9 out of 10. It's pretty good. It's probably some of the best biscuits and gravy I've had in a long time. Not bad at all. I'm gonna have to make this again sometime. Got a little squirrel meat in there. Pretty good stuff, guys. Are 22 CB shorts good for small game hunting? In my opinion, no, they're not. The only thing I would use these for is if I had rats or starlings or something like that in the barn, or a chipmunk infestation in my backyard. But besides that, 22 long rifle is cheaper and more powerful, more effective, has a longer range, more accurate. So just buy regular 22 shells. These things they're pretty fun to play with, but they're not very useful. Anyways, that's my take on that. If you enjoyed the video, then hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this one, subscribe to the channel. And I want to say thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.